In 1917, as the First World War continued to rage across Europe and beyond, a major offensive was planned for the Messines area of Flanders in western Belgium. The attack would be significant for the part played by soldiers from across Ireland. The objective for British forces was to capture Messines Ridge south of Ypres, a German stronghold since 1914. A successful attack here would also release pressure on French forces following a disastrous April and May. Taking the villages of Messines and Whiteskeet along the ridge would allow the British to advance on to Passchendaele and eventually to consolidate Belgium. Soldiers in the 36th Ulster and 16th Irish divisions were moved north to Flanders following the Battle of the Somme, in which over 10,000 men from both groups had been killed or injured. During preparations for the offensive, both divisions built fortifications, carried out raids, and even socialised, with stories of camaraderie and friendship emerging on both sides. The Battle of Messines is regarded as a masterclass in tactics and modern warfare. Machine gun and mortar battery posts would deliver an overhead barrage. A creeping barrage technique meant artillery fire would fall just ahead of advancing infantry. Royal Flying Corps aircraft provided air cover, and for one of the first times in the war, tanks were used to great effect. The most ambitious part of the plan was the digging of a large number of tunnels under German-held territory. These tunnels were packed with explosives. Their detonation would mark the beginning of the battle. Soldiers of the 16th and 36th Divisions took their positions side by side in the early hours of June the 7th, waiting for the artillery bombardment to stop and for the signal to attack. At 3:10 a.m, 19 mines planted under German-held territory were detonated successfully. Over 10,000 German soldiers were killed almost instantly, and the landscape was marked by huge craters. Soldiers were ordered to attack even if all mines didn't explode. 15 seconds after the first detonation, a mine at Spanbroek Molen went off as soldiers advanced, causing casualties among the attacking troops. Heavy artillery fire continued as the infantry advanced, with tanks providing close support. Royal Flying Corps aircraft flew overhead to report on the positions of advancing troops. The blue line was taken within 35 minutes. The black line soon followed as the men pressed on successfully. Major Willie Redmond of the 16th Irish Division, a Nationalist MP, was wounded shortly after the attack began. He was tended to and removed from the battlefield with the help of an Orangeman from County Antrim, John Meek, from the 36th Ulster Division. Soon after, Major Redmond died from his injuries. Later that day, at 3 p.m, the advance continued as troops attacked the final objective, the Oost-Tavern line. Whiteskeet was captured by the Ulster and Irish divisions, and to their right, Messines was taken by the New Zealand division. Fighting continued throughout the remainder of the day as Australian forces met heavy German resistance, but eventually pushed them back. During the following week, positions were consolidated and German counterattacks repeatedly repelled, so that by June the 14th, Messines Ridge was under British control. 17,000 soldiers of the British forces were killed or wounded, including 1,300 from the 16th Division and 1,200 from the 36th Division. German forces suffered 25,000 casualties. The Ulster and Irish divisions had little time to rest and began preparations for the Third Battle of Ypres, also known as Passchendaele, where they suffered significant losses that decimated their original makeup. The Battle of Messines has come to be recognised in the island of Ireland as an example of the shared sacrifice and of the camaraderie and cooperation between soldiers from Ireland of differing political and religious persuasions. Memorials at Messines, including the Island of Ireland Peace Park, are a reminder of soldiers from all political and religious backgrounds who lost their lives during the First World War.